Hello there. So yeah, it's Daniel here. So like today was the day one of doing the dials, and I mean was interesting. Like wasn't like the full day. Was more like the end of the day. Was like in the late afternoon. So it was more like 3:30 p.m., 4 p.m. So what was around that time that I started dialing, and I mean, prior to that, I got there, and like we were not training, we weren't training, so we're more like setting up, the technical side of things, the CRM and the dialer and shit like that. But with the very like is nothing, right? But with the simple size that I got. Let's say because we were triple dialing, I was like, "Fuck, this is so wrong," But I don't know. Maybe like here in Brazil, things are different, like in terms of the rules and the laws of dialing and shit like that. But I got three pickups. And, like I mean, I that for like what let's say leads, like people, like 15 people, not even that. Or like 30, no, 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 no. More like 20 people. And like I got three people pick up. So like four, there was like one like they say, hey, hello. No, actually, I just said, hey, can you hear me? And like they were there, but like it was a pickup regardless. So like four pickups for 20 dials, that's a really good pickup rate. I'm not gonna lie about that. And like whatever and of course we are getting the older leads, the colder leads, which I get it, like which is good because like makes more bearable because that's exactly what I would do if I have a business. I'm not gonna give the hot leads to the people who just the brand new guys and girls who just got there. Of course not. I'm gonna give them the colder leads, the shitty leads, because then like we're gonna see like, oh, who is the guy, and then like I mean it's different, because like I have access to any big heel, like it's like because I see the difference like I saw right there because I was dialing like no one was picking up like that's I can do shit about it. I was like fuck it, but I was nervous, because it's always like this, like you always feel nervous, Um, but after just dialing without pickup, I was like, okay. I was like, getting the anxiety, and then I got the first pickup, and then I was like, okay. And then the first no call that I had like was a really good call, like was a conversation. And then like of course I watched videos of Jeremy. I was like, and then I was like, hey John, it's Matt. Yeah, Matt from XYZ. Yeah, so it looks like a while ago you reached out about possibly, you know, having your own. How can I say that in English? It's like vacation house, like a country house. Yeah, so it looks like you reach out about having your. I don't know. It looks like a while ago you reach out about getting your own country house. Did you give up on that or? And then the first call that I did, I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure you get a lot of these calls. And I just want to make sure, like, did you give up on that? And then they were like, no, no, man, it's just because, like in the two conversations that I had, they were like, yeah, I bought the house, like a land, and like I'm good. And I was like, fuck it, But like, for me, it was more like the quality of the conversations because like we're really like good conversations. The tone, my tonality was good because they were like all friendly and like they were not like their guards were not up, you know. And like of course, my supervisors were like, oh, you shouldn't say, that you get a lot of those calls because you're gonna think about it. I was like, "Ah, okay, okay, bitch, fuck, bitch, fucking whore." Uh, you know. And then other thing, man, like I was just, like normally like I in the beginning I really wanna have a mouse, like to it's more quicker. But I got used to using the touchpad. And she was like, "You sure you wanna use that?" I'm like, "Yeah." I mean, you sure you don't want to use the mouse? It's way better and you gotta be quick. I was like, I think I prefer like it's quick. I was like, give me the for a moment. It lives right there through the cracks. Like my true nature. I like just give me the mouse. Give me the mouse. Yeah, I'm gonna use that. Yeah, give it. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm gonna use it. The thing is, after like 3 minutes of me using it, I'm like fuck this shit. I was not using. Like I find out a way to be more quicker because like the CRM is all fucked up, man. Like you cannot like you put the lead, you gotta go into each individual lead to call them. You cannot like click in one lead and just pass through the whole list. So that's you shitty. It's very shitty. But I found like I found ways to do that. And then so like even I had two conversations good and like one the guy was like I'm not interested, but that was because my tonality wasn't there. I was like it was kind of like just what's the word, I was stutter stutter stuttering stutter oh fuck stuttering 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 I was stuttering I was stuttering so that was the reason why. It's like I'm not interested. I like because I know like now I remember that the way to handle. I'm not interested. But objection. But I was like, yeah, fuck it. Just getting my feet wet a little, just testing the waters. And like the other guys, like there's this guy and this. It's not even girl. It's more like a lady. She's older. So there's this dude who is like way older than me, and this lady, and they were like it's not like oh fuck they're bad. No, it's what they know. It's like what they know. Like that was the way that they were taught. So they're like hey how are you doing today? It's Sarah from XYZ. I'm calling because it looks like you asked for more information about da 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 da. And then but I'm not interested. Like that was this guy he called this lead and she was like, yeah, call me around 6 p.m. no 8 p.m. Then like he sent a message to her on WhatsApp and she was like, I'm not interested. Because it was very salesy. So like the guard the guard of the prospect went up. So that's why like I'm always looking into this ah fuck to be very conversational and like avoid that type of shit. You know. And as long as I'm getting the meetings, that's all that matters. And I'm gonna be dying like a maniac. Because I realize, that the bar is very like it's low. The guys they're just like for example, like I'll like for a moment I'll because like once you set the appointment you gotta stay there to see the closing call and then like you can observe and understand how it works. But like because they don't know Fathom. So that's the shit. They don't know Fathom. But I have Fathom. So like it's gonna be there. Because like fuck man, like I'm gonna set that appointment and I'm gonna sit there for like 20 minutes just doing nothing. I can't just be dialing and getting more appointments. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna, set the appointment, and then like record the call. And then like when like I'm there like recording the call, I'm just while she's taking the call, I'm just gonna be like dialing other people. Fuck it. And then that's it. And then like during the lunch break, because I don't have lunch, I'm just gonna be dying. When I get there, I'm gonna be dying. When I get there, I'm gonna be dying. During the lunch break, dying. And I'm gonna go until we'll see. we'll see how that goes, you know. And yeah, man, that's it. Let's keep moving forward and let's conquer. Bye.